The world was watching when the verdict came down in Derek Chauvin's murder trial, and students were paying attention too. Yesterday, we introduced you to high schoolers in Mount Vernon, New York, who were following the trial in class. They shared their thoughts about justice and racism, both before and after the guilty verdict.
I was almost about to cry because there was a chance that he wasn't going to be found guilty, and there was nothing like anyone could do about it. But I do feel like relieved now, and like this is not the end nor the beginning of our fight, though, like at all.
Because I'm a good Christian, so I don't want to be happy of people's misfortune. But I was kind of happy that he's gonna pay for what he did.
The students in E3 English at Mount Vernon High School in New York have strong opinions about the guilty verdict in the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin.
We've been spending over an hour now talking about and watching this.
Their class has been studying the trial intently, and everyone, both in person and those who joined by Zoom, already believe that Chauvin was guilty, based mostly on what they saw in the now infamous video.
He looks like angry, like he looks like aggravated, like he looks like he actually wants to do it. And like,
To do what?
Like to kill him. Like it looks like he wants to hurt him. And it's just so like sad just to see this, like people treating human beings like this just because of their color.
I wanted to know what you all felt about race in this particular case, specifically with George Floyd and Derek Chauvin.
I could already imagine how this would have went down if George Floyd was white. There wouldn't be that much aggression. I wasn't surprised on how the police reacted to George Floyd. It was a sad yes, but I wasn't surprised about what happened. I definitely think it would have been different if George was white.
I would say it's about race, because I can't really think of another way to say it.
Let's hope there's justice.
You hope that there's justice.
Yeah.
What does justice look like for you?
I feel like he should like go to jail. He should go to jail. He should learn his lesson.
When the guilty verdicts were handed down, the students we spoke with believed that justice had been served, at least for now.
Does what happened today give you some sense of hope that there can be justice here in the U.S.?
I'm not sure because it was just one case. It happened in just one case because in every other cases I've heard of, the police officers walked away free. So I kind of have some hope that it's going to actually change something.
Evelyn, how are you feeling after hearing that verdict, the guilty verdict?
Like Wilhelmina said earlier, it felt wrong for me to feel good that he was found guilty because, you know, nobody deserves to be in life for prison, but at the same time, at least he was held responsible. I think that now people are awakening and they're finally, you know, they're facing justice the way that it was meant to be.
They were informed, they were curious, they were compassionate. I was so grateful as a student of history that our EP, Shauna Thomas, gave me this assignment to witness this moment of history with these young people because we know how transformative moments like this in history can be. 15-year-old John Lewis bearing witness to 14-year-old Emmett Till, people who joined the public service after Kennedy was assassinated or joined the military after 9/11, they will go on to change the world, and it was one of their own who led the change, 17-year-old Darnella Franklin.
That's right. You know, one thing, you talked about it yesterday, but of those things that you mentioned, they were, the compassionate part was I admit, was the part that surprised me. Because kids often get angry and really passionate. The compassion sometimes comes later.
They talked about Derek Chauvin's family.
Well, it's amazing. The same care for humanity in George Floyd leads them to care for the humanity of Derek Chauvin, and we await any comment from Mr. Chauvin himself about recognizing what condition he's in and where he goes from here. We'll be looking for that. Vlad, thank you very much.